welcome back to That Life Audrey. I'm here with another video for you. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. And if you've been here before and you're a subscriber already, thanks for joining me again. I appreciate all the love and support from all of you guys. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I have officially been blogging for 3 years now. So I've been blogging for 3 years. Starting a blog is probably one of the easiest things that I have ever done, and I did most of it for free. I mean, now I'm at the point where I do kind of spend a little bit of money here and there. But I felt like, you know, a lot of people probably want to know how to blog. How do you get into blogging? How does it work? How much money am I going to put into it? So today I'm just going to share with you the very basic minimum information that you need to know in regards to starting a blog, because you can literally start a blog for just about free. Today I'm just going to show you the very basics of how you can do it for free or almost free, depending on how you want to do it. The first thing you want to do when starting your blog is thinking of your blog name. So I know a lot of people are thinking, why would I think of that first? That's actually super important. Think of your blog name. Think of something that's going to be catchy. Think of something that people are going to remember in their heads. I specifically chose That Life Audrey because my name is Adriana. And I was like, well, my name is a little long, but sometimes people call me Audrey. So I think I had a conversation with my oldest child, or one of my children, one of my friends or something, and they said something and I was like, well, I'm about that life. And for whatever reason that just stuck with me, and you know, I just went with That Life Audrey because I talk about just about everything across the board in life. I do DIYs, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about fixing your credit. I'm going to be talking about other things that help you pretty much fix your life. So it's the truth. I'm about that life. I'm all about life and things life related and making life easier. So that's how I came up with That Life Audrey. So when you pick your name, make sure that it's something simple, sweet. It doesn't need to be long. I mean, you can name your blog whatever you want, but if you want actual viewers and followers, you want to do something simple, sweet, kind of catchy, and something that people are going to remember. Something that's not hard to remember, something that kind of makes you question, like, oh, what is this about? Your name is going to be your brand. Your name is probably one of the most important aspects of your blog. So go ahead and take some time to think about what you want to name your blog. That's like the first thing that you need to. Step 2, now that you have picked your blog name, what you're going to do is research that name. Go on Google, do a quick Google search to make sure nobody else has that name. Luckily for me, That Life Audrey was not taken. If you see any other That Life Audrey, anything that were done after I had made my name, nobody literally had that name prior to me having it. So when you do pick up a name, think of something that's not common, but do that Google search to make sure that nobody else has that name, that you're completely original, doing original content, and you don't have any copyright things, issues or anything like that. In the event that you find out that somebody already has that blog name, or a couple people have that blog name, you might want to go back to the drawing board, because you want to stand out. When your name is said, you don't want to hear about 5 or 6 other people with the same blog or same business. You want to make sure that you're the only one that stands out, or at least the first one, because at this point I've had a few copycats and fake pages made with mine already. So you either want to be original or at least be the first. People are going to copycat you, but make sure that you're original. Then you move on to the next step, which is go ahead and if you see that the name is not taken by anyone, go ahead and brand your social media. So go ahead and make you a Twitter, Facebook business page, Instagram, Vero, which is something new that I've been on recently, any type of Pinterest, whatever type of social media you feel like you're going to be posting to, go ahead and make your social media pages with that name, regardless of if you have followers or don't have followers. Go ahead and make it, because a lot of times when you speak stuff into the universe, someone else hears that same thought that you put out there and they'll do it before you. So make sure when you pick your name, make sure it's original. Go ahead and get your social media with that name. You're not going to have any followers first, but just go ahead and get that out of the way, because the one thing you don't want to do is to start a blog and decide, oh, I need social media, and to go back and find out that your blog name is gone. So instead of, for example, mine is just everything across the board is That Life Audrey. Imagine if I would have waited after I made the blog, I would have been thatlifeaudrey_2 or _1 or thatlifeaudrey1.5 or whatever little extra that I have to put on there. So just go ahead and do the social media stuff as quickly as possible so you can have your branding together. And then you want to go and search where you want to start your free blog at. So basically there are 2 ways that you can start a free blog. There are 2 main websites that people use to start a free blog. The first one is wordpress.com, which is what I use, and then there's blogspot.com, which is powered by Google. So I personally used both when I first started to see how much I liked one or the other. Blogspot.com, wordpress.com are both completely free. They even offer you a couple free layouts that you can pick for your website, so you can get started immediately. I personally chose wordpress.com because they had more free layouts. The way I did things was they were a little bit more flexible versus Blogspot is kind of like here's these 3 layouts, you pick one and this is how you have to do it, versus you can kind of play a little bit more with WordPress. They are both amazing. I did both just because I wanted to test out and see which one I liked first, which you can definitely do that. You can do whatever you like. You can try them both out, and whatever you like the best, you can just, you know, let people know on the other one, hey, it's been transferred to this website, blah, blah, blah. So those are both completely free. There's no obligation. If you decide to stop blogging, you just stop blogging. It'll just kind of be sitting there in space there. You can deactivate that page. It's really that simple. When you do start your blog on Blogspot or WordPress, this is where the money kind of comes into it. So say for example, when I first initially started my blog, it was on both Blogspot and WordPress. So my web address was thatlifeaudrey.blogspot.com or thatlifeaudrey.wordpress.com instead of just what it is today, which is thatlifeaudrey.com. Now, purchasing the domain is probably one of the only things, like if you don't want to spend the money, you do not have to do it. Having that little wordpress.com at the end or whatever at the end is totally fine. People will still come to your website and they will still view your stuff. If you have some pretty good content, they will still come and see your stuff. Me personally, I didn't want the ending on mine when I finally decided to go with WordPress. I think it was like maybe at the time, I don't know what it is now, but when I first started, it was only $24 to take that wordpress.com off. So I literally paid $24 to make my website thatlifeaudrey.com instead of thatlifeaudrey.wordpress.com. After you set up your blog page, you should kind of already have in mind what kind of stuff that you want to talk about on your blog. That's kind of done in the beginning when you're picking your name. Like I said in the beginning, when you pick your name, think of all the things that you're going to be talking about and how that coincides with what you're doing. So finding your niche. And a niche is pretty much an area of work that you have expertise in. Like for me, for example, is lifestyle, different little DIY projects, and just talking about life in general, that mom life, the adult life. I'm 28 years old, so and I was a teen mom, so I have a little bit more experience in life than what most people my age have. And I just pretty much share information in general. If it'll help your life, that's what I share information. Like there are so many niches out there in the world. Like if you want to talk about different colored toenails, I'm pretty sure there is a community that talks about different colored toenails. There are so many groups and communities out there that you can join. You can talk about just about anything on your blog. So hey, if you want to talk about burning individual hairs off your scalp, by all means, that's your blog. You can talk about whatever you want. Just go ahead and get it done. You know, once you got that blog launched, that's it. That's pretty much it. You type up what you want. You can set your own deadlines, set your own schedule. For me, I try to post every week, every Thursday, every week. I need to post more than that, but because I have a full-time job, it makes it a little harder. So I just set that deadline for myself just to post every Thursday, just so I can have some content out there every week. Even if it's not as much as I want to, you want to put something out there. Once you start it, the next thing you need to do is tell your family and tell your friends. I will say this off rip, your family and your friends, not everybody is going to be supportive, not everybody is going to like what you're doing, but at the end of the day, if this is your passion, it doesn't matter. fuck the haters, just do your thing. But a lot of times, you know, your first 100, 200 likes, 300 likes on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, are going to be your friends and family. Make sure you give your friends and family all those links and social media links so they can share it with their people to kind of bring people into your community. Like, hey, this is what I'm talking about. Come join me if you find it interesting. If not, they can move on. But make sure you tell your friends and family. They're going to be your biggest supporters. They're going to be the ones who are sharing your stuff. They're going to be the ones who are telling their coworkers, their friends, like, hey, my cousin has a blog, or hey, my auntie does this, or, you know, my daughter does that. That's how I got a lot of my followers and stuff on my Instagram, on my YouTube, and on that stuff like that, and just traffic to my blog in general. Even though my subscriber count might not be that high and my Instagram account is not at 1,000 followers, but the views that I get on my website are amazing. So don't look at everything as in numbers, because the most important numbers is how many people you get to come to your website and how long they stay. And family honestly does help out with that. So make sure that you let your family and friends know what is going on. Don't be ashamed of your work, and don't try to strive for perfection when you start your blog. The goal of starting a blog or starting your own business in general is to get better and better as time goes on. So if you think that you starting a blog and you're just going to be perfect out the gate, that is absolutely wrong. I have only been blogging 3 years, and I can already go back to year 1 and look at some things and kind of be like cringing about it, because I'm like, gosh, I've learned so much, and I still have so far to go because I'm not perfect with everything that I do either. The whole point of this video is anybody can start a blog. It's not that hard. Literally pick a name, pick your website of choice, decide if you want to pay for the domain, tell your family and friends about it, spread the word, and get to work. That's it. That is it. So that's literally all you have to do. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why you're still sitting here. After you hit that subscribe button, click off this video, go start your blog right now. What are you waiting for? And I'll see you next time in the next video. Have a good one, guys.